Today, we're talking about Ludonarrative Dissonance, which, yes, sounds like the name of a prog rock album that no one listens to while sober. In video games, it's when the story says you're a noble warrior, but the gameplay whispers, "No, you're Ted Bundy, with an inventory screen, you dick." Welcome to my new series, Control-Alt-Destroy, your place where games get fixed up with sarcasm instead of patches. Ludonarrative Dissonance. It's like when a game can't keep its own lies straight. Like a politician caught with both the bribe money and the mistress but still insisting he's a family man. And yes, that's the flavor of narration you're getting for the rest of this video. Part commentary, part comedy. Like a nature documentary voiced by someone who really hates the animals. I'll be pointing at the majestic lion of plot, and then reminding you it just fell into a bin-marked gameplay mechanics. Now picture this. Cutscenes tell you you're the chosen one, saintly savior of humanity, healer of puppies and kisser of babies. Then you grab the controller and immediately bludgeon a man to death with a frying pan because he had the audacity to stand between you and a collectible hat. That's Ludonarrative Dissonance. Here's a few games from my ludicrous wall of shame. Remember Uncharted? Yes, that defiant hero, Nathan Drake, everyone's favourite lovable rogue. Except by rogue, they apparently mean Category 5 Hurricane, cosplaying as a catalogue model for Beige R Us. By the end of each game, Nate's body counts could qualify him for dictator status in most developing nations. Even Pol Pot would probably look over the casualty figures and go, "Bloody hell, steady on, mate!" But no, the game keeps insisting he's a relatable everyman. Relatable? How? Unless your idea of an everyman is a quippy sociopath who tours the globe leaving behind a trail of bruised temple guards and ruined city squares, all while cracking one-liners like he's headlining a Marvel audition for bargain bin heroes. Alright, let's talk about another game, shall we? BioShock, the game that looks you dead in the eyes and says, "I'm about philosophy," which is odd because most of the philosophy seems to involve me setting tramps on fire for pocket change. Look at me, I'm a serious meditation on greed and objectivism. Yeah mate, and I'm a serious meditation on why Jaffa cakes are biscuits, you twat. Cutscenes lecture you like a pissed up professor in a flooded lecture hall, while Andrew Ryan's city collapses around them. Splicers flail around like they've had one too many, and big daddies wander in like they're pensioners lost on their way to bingo. The dialogue really is a masterclass in how to make a self-importance maniac sound profound while simultaneously murdering pacing, subtlety, and any hope that the player doesn't want to fling themselves into the nearest pool of radioactive water.
Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
No. Go choke on your own script. And while you're at it, choke on your own fake charm, your misplaced heroics, the spicers on their own incompetence, the big daddies on the idea they're intimidating, and I can go choke on having survived all of it without smothering myself with a pillow. Thank you. So the gameplay? You rifle through bins, chugging crisps and booze like a tramp at a Wetherspoons, then zap people to death with your magic jazz hands. The narrative says greed is evil. The gameplay shrieks, drain that child like a Capri Sun, you'll get more lightning bolts. And don't get me started on the so-called moral choice system. Rescue or harvest the little sisters. It's not ethics, it's a personality quiz written by Jeffrey Dahmer. BioShock. Less philosophy, more bin-diving crackhead wizardry, like reading a vegan cookbook that suddenly has a bonus recipe titled Slow Roast Golden Retriever with a parsnip glaze. The message and the mechanics don't just contradict each other, they drunkenly brawl in the car park while shouting, "Who's a real monster now, eh?" I think we got time for just one more, don't you? Tomb Raider. Sorry, I was thinking of something else, something far more fun and probably inappropriate to mention in polite company. Tomb Raider 2013 loves to parade around as a gritty survival story, the birth of a survivor, all very po-faced and dramatic. Lara Croft's first human kill is framed like a bloody Shakespearean tragedy. She's sobbing, trembling, retching like she's just gunned down Bambi's mum in front of the orphanage. 5 minutes later, she's upgraded from
Apes manslaughter.
Suddenly, she's ventilating mercenaries with arrows, blasting skulls open with a shotgun, and shanking blokes in the jugular like she's auditioning for Serial Killers, the musical. The body count goes from traumatic to traumatizing in record speed. And yet, the cutscenes still desperately cling to this fragile, traumatized, innocent student shtick. Sorry, but no. If you've personally depopulated an island with nothing but a bow and some very stabby rocks, and some shotguns, you're not fragile. You're basically a one-woman military junta with better hair. By the midpoint, Lara's killed so many hired goons that HR would have to open a second office in hell just to process the paperwork. And still the game insists she's just learning to survive. Yeah, and I'm learning to breathe while committing aggravated murder every 4 seconds. Her character arc isn't the making of a survivor, it's a speedrun from fragile student to ruthless warlord with the emotional consistency of a wet fart in a hurricane. Talking of such, Tomb Raider is basically the same thing. A lot of noise, a lot of chaos, and I'm not entirely sure anyone's having any fun. Don't worry, that's all I'm going to say before Lara slaps me into a QuickTime event I didn't sign up for. Now, some developers got wise. Enter Spec Ops: The Line. A game that doesn't just highlight ludonarrative dissonance, it takes your controller, smacks you across the nose and screams, "Bad player," like you're a dog that's just shat on the carpet. Oh, you like shooting things? Well, now you're the villain, dickhead. Congratulations, you've built a game that lectures me for playing it. Nothing says fun like guilt-tripping your customer harder than my mother when I forget to call. So that's ludonarrative dissonance. The gaming equivalent of a priest giving a sermon on chastity while snorting coke off a stripper's boobies. It's hypocritical, and it makes every serious cutscene look like it wandered in from the wrong game. But hey, maybe gamers like being lied to. Maybe we want our characters to be tortured noble souls in cutscenes, then mass murdering psychopaths the second we get control. Or maybe, and here's a radical thought, writers should stop shoving Oscar-baity bollocks into games that just want to be about finding a bigger sword to stab a slightly bigger bastard. But hey, next time a game calls you a noble saviour while you're ankle-deep in the intestines of your 500th disposable henchman, just remember, you're not a hypocrite, you're immersed. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment about which fictional genocide you enjoyed the most. Or don't. I'm not your dad. But if you don't, nothing will happen. And that, dear listener, is something inconceivably even worse.